Okay, get comfortable, grab something in your coffee cup. It's coffee for me, but I won't judge you, whatever you have in yours. Get comfortable, and I really want to take the time for you to get to know me because I want you to know what led me to this exact moment in my life where I'm passionate about helping you succeed in solar. Because if you think about it, every little move that we have made in our life until now, every little move has brought you to this moment where it can actually change your life. This little video course can easily change your life. Reminds me of a chess game. I keep this little piece on my desk because it reminds me that life is just like a chess game. This is the queen, of course, for me. But every move takes time and thought, and every move that you make leads you right to this moment right now. So while you're listening to me and my story, I want you to think about your story and everything that brought you to this moment. I'm going to have you send me an email and tell me a little bit about the things that have happened to get you to this moment and also what you want out of this course. I want to get to know you, so I want you to get to know me. I'm going to tell you my email a million times, but it's erinsolargirl@gmail.com. So send me that email when this is over. So I want to just tell you a little bit about myself, my background, my family, and how I got to this moment. So I was raised in Texas. I'm the youngest of three kids. I had a great childhood. I moved from Texas to Utah when I went to college. I went to college at BYU, and I I really did things a little crazy. Okay, I got married when I was 20. I had both of my boys by the time I was 26. And honestly, I just thought my life was going to be a homemaker. I thought, oh, yeah, I'll probably have some side jobs here and there, but I'm going to be at home raising kids. That was my plan. I had this degree. I got my degree in marketing and communications from BYU. So I had a bachelor's degree, but I didn't really have plans to be a career girl. Okay. So when I graduated high school or graduated college, I was working at a bank. And I was actually, while I was in college and I was just wrapping up, I was working at a bank in town. And one of our customers was the most fabulous woman. She was in her early 50s and she was gorgeous and she drove a white Mercedes and she carried Louis Vuitton bags and she traveled the world and she owned her own business and was the ultimate girl boss. And here I was, this young mom, and I just looked up to her so much. And she said, Erin, do you want to come work for me? Quit the bank, come and be my assistant and work for me. And in that moment, it was a choice. It was a chess move for sure, where I decided to be a young mom, but also have a career. So I hauled that little baby with me to the office for a year until he was too big and I started working from home. But I worked for this woman for 10 years. I started as her assistant. And then I remember so clearly going to her in her office one day and saying, Hey, have you heard of Facebook? Can I make a Facebook channel for our business? Hey, have you heard of YouTube? Could I make a YouTube channel for your business? She was like, oh, yeah, I've heard of those things. Go ahead, have at it. She truly just didn't care. And who would have even thought in that moment what social media and selling online would turn out to be? Crazy to really think of that. Anyways, she gave me the freedom, and my personal assistant job slowly turned into a great marketing job. I was marketing our products um, on YouTube, on our company blog, on Facebook, and we sold products to a craft and hobby industry. So Michael's, Target, Joann's, Costco, we were selling art craft supplies to them. And we were doing great. We had these YouTube channel that was so interactive with our customers. We were creating lots of excitement with releases. It was just really fun to be really a pioneer in that in this business. And I love her that she trusted me to do that. So I actually ended up evolving into this great career of marketing and sales with them. And I even was trained to go on TV on QVC. It's a shopping channel. I went through their whole training program, which is very intense. And I was selling our products on TV. So really fun. I loved it. I worked for them for 10 years. And then just slowly, I kind of lost a little bit of my passion and I wanted something more. So I took all my awesome lessons with this working for this family, and I took a job in sales again for a skincare company. So I went from selling scrapbook supplies to skincare. And I'll say this a lot, sales is sales. If you can sell scrapbook supplies, you can sell skincare. If you can sell skincare, you can sell solar. You can sell solar, you can sell anything. Trust me, houses, luxury cars, anything. Sales is sales. So I took all my knowledge and I jumped into the skincare industry. I learned that product left and right. I created a Facebook page. I created a YouTube page. I was selling our skincare products and was really marketing them online mostly. And I grew a great, great business and I loved it. I made amazing friends. I've traveled the world with that job and I worked for them for 7 years. At this end of this, kind of the end, towards the end, when I wasn't having as much passion for the skincare company, I was getting divorced and I was needing a career change. It wasn't honestly even a want. I needed to make more money. I needed to support my kids. I needed to have stability. I needed to not rely on anybody. I had to do it myself. And I think, we've all been in that position where we can't rely on anyone. We got to take care of ourselves. And it was a moment where I just knew I needed to make more money. I was dating a really cool guy. I still am dating him, but he sold solar. So here I am with my skincare sales and just going through the motions. And he sold solar, and I would listen to him. I remember listening to him on the phone, talking with homeowners, listening to him talk with coworkers. And I was so intrigued. I just was thinking, what is that? Looks so hard. Selling solar looks so hard. How does he do that? I listened to him talking and it seriously felt like listening to another language. The terminology and everything. I just was like, that is such a crazy industry. I could never do that. I could never do that. Then I started really thinking about how I'm going to have more money coming in. And here I was, a girl that's super organized, pride myself. All of my previous jobs were successes because I was super organized and had systems. So I went to him one day and I said, hey, I know you're doing great with your solar. Would you want me to help you stay organized? Because, he's great at sales, but organization, not the best. So I said, could I help you? And of course, he was all about it. So I started helping him make appointments with his customers, give weekly updates to his customers on the projects, keep his schedule, just, kind of keep an eye on his accounts. And that's how my first taste of solar. And learning that side of it just prepared me for every part of this job. And he became my mentor. He became my mentor. And I'm so grateful for him. So he went to the installer that he was using and he said, hey, if you ever need help, if you need a girl that's organized, this chick's really good. She could help you with your business, get more sales, and you could pass off a lot of this stuff to her if you wanted. So he set up a little meet and greet for me and him, and he hired me. So here I was working my skincare business, working for my boyfriend, keeping him organized as a solar sales rep, and then also was an assistant to the installer, the actual owner of the install company. So I was helping him keep his sales reps organized, helping him really learning the whole backside of the solar industry, the permitting and the design and everything that it takes for a solar job to get installed. I was learning that from him. So here I had all of the sales rep organization done. I had the installer organization done. I was helping everybody make a lot of money. The installer, his sales went up 40% with me helping him with his business. So I could see the money everybody was making. And I thought, that's what I want. I was grateful for the money I was making, but I saw what they were making and I'm like, yep, I want to become a sales rep for solar. So when I went to the guys and I said, hey, this is my idea, could you help me? They were all in, and I'm so grateful for every single person who helped mentor me along the way, because they really did care the same way I care about you. Remember, I'm your mentor. You need somebody who knows the business, who cares about you, and that's me. So I decided to jump in, and they had me start knocking doors for solar appointments. So I was knocking doors, and then I would get bills and I would give them to set an appointment with the homeowner, and then my boyfriend would go meet with them and close the deal. So I did that for a whole summer. And let me tell you, the first day that I went out to sell and knock doors, I was terrified. Terrified. And I was horrible. I was horrible. I probably looked like deer in the headlights. I probably was saying everything wrong and I knew nothing. And I went home that day and I remember sitting at the kitchen table and I started bawling. And I just remember thinking, I cannot do this. This is too hard. This is too hard. I cannot do this. And I saw that night an Instagram ad or an Instagram post, and it said, be brave enough to suck at something new. And that's all it took for me to see that and to have it really click. And I'm like, I want something that I don't have, which means I got to do something I've never done. And I'm probably going to suck at the beginning, but that doesn't mean I can't master it. So I took it on as a challenge, knocking those doors. I knocked for a whole summer. I made really good money, but my boyfriend was making even better money because he was closing all my deals. So I was knocking doors. And at that point, I said goodbye to my skincare job and I was all in with solar. I was helping a few sales reps that were needing my help with organization. I was helping the installer and I was knocking doors and I was doing it all. I was all in with solar and I was making really good money. I mean, some people make six figures just knocking doors, not even closing deals. There's a ton of money to be made with solar and I was in. I was so in. So I started knocking doors, and then gradually that little peak of interest was like, I want to close my own deals. Went to the guys again. They said, of course you want to close deals and you're going to be great and we'll help you get there. So those guys really helped me by letting me sit in on their appointments, really listening to their terminology, how they interacted with the homeowners, and how they made proposals and how they, signed documents and everything. I learned that side of it. So I understood the knocking, the organization, closing deals, and the backside of a deal, which is all the actual installation side. So I knew everything. And I think everything set me up for success because I kind of jumped in and from the start have done really well closing deals. So I've been doing that a couple years. I really do pride myself on my organization and my systems. So if you are here and you're already a sales rep with solar, you're going to get your money's worth just by having my organization help you. And we're actually are going to get into that later. I have a couple of videos on it. But organization is key. Systems are key because there's a lot of little details. There's a lot of moving parts with solar, and be prepared to be a problem solver. We say all the time, we're professional problem solvers. And it feels like that sometimes because lots of little things are happening. A lot of things need to be tweaked. You have to stay organized if you want to get your deals installed because nobody really gets paid until it's installed. So you really need to be organized so that they're quick and organized and you're making your money really quickly. So that's a little bit about me. That's the long version. But hopefully now we can be friends. I want you to send me an email, erinsolargirl@gmail.com. Send me an email. Tell me about your little chess moves that have gotten you to this point. where you are ready to be curious about solar. So I want to hear all about you. Send me the email. I want to be friends, and also tell me what you want out of this course as well, because I just think having the full vision, I want to help you. I want to get to know you. I want us to be friends. I am your mentor and we're going to do this together. So I will be waiting for your emails. Okay. Cheers.